Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Dear Aaron Asshole Clary, that's me. I have been consuming your content and purchasing your publications, i.e. Bachelor Pad Economics, for quite some time now. I must say I appreciate the rational, practical approach of your work. My question is, why do people, come on Clary, wake up. Why do people appreciate irrational and impractical works? Like, what was it? 50 Shades of Grey or The Secret. Oh, that's right, most people are fucking losers. All right, never mind. Okay, enough of me sucking your dick. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dan, and I am a 24-year-old male in New York City. I graduated from a public in-state university with a worthless BA in communications. Students, and even worse, I left that piece of shit school with $24,000 in student loan debt. That's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's for a worthless degree. It's more a tragedy that you wasted 4 years of your life on that degree, which I'm currently paying off at the lowest monthly payment of $160. Dude, fucking Christ, guys. Fuck you. I don't want to hear a complaint from you college students when you're doing this. You're just paying interest. Hang on, let me do the math. I know you didn't ask about this, 24,000. Just assume straight interest. Divided by 12. Okay, yeah, at that rate, 24,000 divided by 100. Oh, I gotta divide that by 12. That'll only take you 20 years to pay off. Yeah, just keep mailing it in, because mailing it in is exactly what made the millennial generation the greatest generation ever, right? Just do the minimum amount of work possible. After graduating, I rented a one-bedroom apartment for 2 years in the ghettos of Manhattan at $15.70 per month. Foolish, yes, I know. I don't know. Dude, you get to live in Manhattan when you're young. You get to experience New York. What's wrong with that? While living there, I worked full-time earning $42,000 before taxes as a preschool teacher. Well, what else were you going to do? Dude, you got a babysitting degree. Wow, surprise. You're going to be paid by the state to go and babysit other people's kids while the other people go work the real jobs. Someone's got to watch after the children. That's what the humanities and the liberal arts are for. Remember, June is Worthless Degree Awareness Month. Do you want to be a babysitter? Why is this coming in now? Hang on. What the fuck? There we go. Sorry, computer's acting up. I live like a fucking rock star. Girls, sex, partying, sex, travels. Did I mention sex outside of work? Hey, good for you, man. Dude, when I was the poorest, I was the happiest. I was getting laid left and right. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. However, when the lease expired, it dawned on me that I wanted to live elsewhere because the quality of life in New York, as you can imagine, is horrendous, especially if you're not wealthy. Yeah, because you're getting... Why would you give... You don't want that anymore, right? All the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Give that shit up. Just because you're poor. Just because you can't afford sushi every day. The unpleasant people, the lack of space, the socialist politics, the overpopulation, the expense, and of course the shitty state and local income tax. Yes, I'm aware. Currently planning to move to Tampa, Florida within the coming weeks to start a new life. I plan on going back to school to get an AS in dental hygiene, largely because the pay is far greater than teaching, the demand is high, and the investment cost is relatively low because it's a 2-year program. Agreed, those dental hygienists do make good money. Although I enjoy teaching, the pay is atrocious. And the fucked up public school systems requires one get an advanced degree at the cost of the teacher. But I thought the public schools, especially in New York, they cannot love their employees enough. Because it's for the children's, for the teachers. The hiss is because they're all snakes, if you didn't get that. Additionally, I noticed that even with an advanced degree, the pay is still crap compared to what a hygienist earns. I saw this glass ceiling and I said, fuck you, I'm out to teaching. All right, well, hold it here, Dudley. I'm a big fan of Tampa. I like Tampa. But there's a difference between you and me, and that is like 20 years. I'm older. I don't want to live in a downtown area. I'm not partying. And I know, dude, trust me, I know. I understand the socialist politics. I understand dealing with liberals, and I understand even working in a public school how much that must suck. But you're young, and you're not making that much money anyway to begin with, especially for New York standards. And I know you're paying the local income taxes and all that, but it's not like you're making $250,000 a year and 60% of your income is going out. And especially when you're younger, dude, when you're younger, you're not going to make shit. Unless you majored in like the exact right thing, you're just not going to make that much money. And when you're younger, you're only young once. And I think what you should be living for is what you see right here. Girls, sex, partying, sex, travels. Did I mention sex? And there was, where was it? Someone was telling me New York, there's the girls, it's one of the rare markets in the United States where there is significantly enough less men than women that the girls are having a good time, and you're not going to have to waste your time chasing them, and you can actually, girls will show up on a date. Again, reminds me of Chicago in the 90s. Do you have a job in Tampa lined up? Do you got a place to stay? Because I'll tell you this, Tampa is different than New York. And not that I was out there, scamming for chicks, but I looked around and, well, there's Tampa and St. Petersburg, I guess you could consider. There's also Clearwater. That's more touristy. St. Pete is party central, and the girls, you can just tell. They have something first week Fridays. Every month they shut down Main Street in St. Pete. And if I had to go based on that, because one of my favorite cigar lounges is right on that Main Street. And if you look at the girls and the guys walking back and forth, the ladies know they got it. And I could be wrong. You guys down in the comments below live in St. Petersburg. It seems like the gals think much more highly of themselves than what they're worth. They seem real snooty. So if I had to look at the ratio of population in St. Petersburg, men to women, I think the men probably outrank the women. Tampa's a little different. There really isn't. There's Ybor City, which that doesn't really fit into any paradigm out there. But again, I think Florida is going to be worse with the ratio of men to women. And you're going to have a lot harder time getting girls down. Well, you know what? Let's just look this up. Maybe the data exists. Sex ratio, St. Petersburg, Florida. Demographics and population. All right. Let's take a look. If they break it down between men and women. Population. Oh, I'm getting this male, female. Female, that's the average. Median age by St. Petersburg. Well, that's because of all the retired people down there, too. Here we go. St. Petersburg. That's not helping me out. Racial makeup. Male versus female population. Female ratio 52, male ratio 48. 48-52 is, well, women own it. No. You got to account for the older women. What you want is you see 20-somethings male and female. But I don't think we got it. Again, for whatever it's worth, the old captain's eyes. The way the younger gals were behaving. If you're interested in chasing tail, it's not going to be as easy as in New York. In other words, you're in one of the best markets. You're going to go to a lesser market. And if women and partying and sex means that much to you, don't give up a good thing so you pay a little bit more in taxes than your paltry income anyway. You're not making the 6 figs right now, so it won't matter. Matter of fact, you probably come out ahead because you don't have to chase and go out. And New York, you get to walk everywhere. I'm just saying, don't bother leaving New York until at minimum you got a job lined up in Tampa. Okay? And I guess dental, that's the other thing. Currently planning to move to Tampa in the next few weeks to start a new life. I'm going to go back to school. All right, that's the other thing. Dental hygiene, you can't take it online. You got to go there. So I presume there's a program down there for you to go to. Do you got lodging? I guess if you're sick and tired of the sex and the girls and the fun, It's time to get serious at adult. Okay, fine. Go to Tampa, Florida. Enter the program. I agree. I would just have one big final hurrah and enjoy New York City because you're probably not going back. All right? Except as a tourist. The investment cost, yeah. All right. So in Tampa, look, you're gonna like Tampa. I'm not saying you're gonna hate it, but Tampa and St. Petersburg's fun time. Especially if you like cigars. And if you don't like cigars, I suggest you get into cigars because there's a nice culture down there. Lastly, I'm a little luckier than most in the sense that at the age of 18, I've been receiving a tax-free annuity of $3,139 per month because of a lawsuit that was settled by the New York State as a result of our landlord neglecting to move lead-based paint from our previous apartment. Hey, New York, pay it off for you, huh? Okay, continue to... Dude, I'll go live in a lead-based paint apartment for a year to get $3,000 a month. I'll continue to get this payout for life. So here's a look at my current financial situation. $24,000. Wait a minute. You're making an annuity of $3,100 a month for just living in an apartment for a year, and all you can do is pay off $160 a month? Fuck you. Student loan debt, $24,000. Credit card debt, $2,500. $12,000. Potential car debt. No. Fuck. You can find a perfectly good used vehicle for $5,000 or less. Okay? Go to autotrader.com. Search around. Don't just search in New York City. Look here, look there. Have a buddy drive you out to Pennsylvania. Car prices vary depending on area. What's great about cars is they travel far distances so you could go to different areas. So spend a fucking 4-hour, half a day searching the country for a car that looks like it's good. You gotta look out for scams, okay? But go to a place where there's, set your price, $5,000 or less. It's not, no, fuck you, do your $12,000. You will need a car though in Florida, that's true. Emergency fund, $1,000, that's good. 12,000 high yield savings, 12,000 what? At 2.25%. Ooh, geez, I wonder. Now you're college educated, you must figure this out. Your student loans are charging you 4%, but your savings is paying you a whopping 2.25%. Oh my goodness. I wonder if maybe you should use some of that to pay off your student loans. Certainly pay off your credit card debt with that. Jesus, $12,000 debt. You have your emergency fund. What is this fucking savings sitting there not being deployed and used? I wouldn't even have a high yield savings account. Cash that thing out, throw $2,000 more into your emergency fund. The $1,000 is not a good enough emergency fund. You want $3,000 in that minimum. And then take the rest, pay off your credit card debt, and with the remainder, pay off your student loan debt. $3,200, $3,300 upcoming teacher pay. $3,100 lifetime annuity. God, you make $6,000 a month. Now, I know most people won't entertain the thought of working or seeking a career. That's right, you don't even need a job to go down in Tampa. You got this annuity. What am I thinking? You can leave anytime you want. I know most people won't entertain the thought of working or seeking a career if they were guaranteed an income for life. But I enjoy working and being of service to humanity. Good. Plus, I fear that people will eventually catch on to my annuity if I'm not hiding it through working. Yes. Dude, any chick, anybody you meet, you never tell them you got that annuity. Never. Had a client not too long ago, a lady, her son died, or her son's father died, not a husband. And the kid gets an annuity and a payout and all this other shit. You shut the fuck up about your money. And it's amazing how much better friends you get. And better girlfriends. I remember I had my 85 Gutless Cutlass Supreme, and I'd pick up girls in that thing, and some gals would just be like, no. Okay, see ya, bye. And then I'd drive off because the muffler wasn't attached. I had it attached to the car, so the pipe came out, so cops wouldn't pull me over with a coat hanger. I wired it up to the frame, but it didn't attach because I didn't have the money. So I drive off. See ya, bye. Oh. Enjoy safe, set fear. People will catch on the annuity. I refuse to be a lazy check collecting dude with no real value to the world or a hedonistic chump with any real goals in life. Yeah, it'll start to affect your psychology. Like, a man needs reason to live. He does. With that being said, here's my question to you. Do you think it's worth the time and debt to get into dental hygiene? I do. How do you personally think I should be living if I'm getting $38,000 annually for the rest of my life? You should live like Eric. I don't care if you make $1 billion or you make $20,000. You should live as a minimalist. All right? Not only out of fear that they're going to take the money, but and not only to condition yourself that you can live in any environment, because you're going to quickly find out the only damn thing that matters in this world is other people. That's it. I mean, you guys could give me $1 billion, and you know what that money would go to? It'd be going to like buying an offshore house in case shit hits the fan here. Like all it would be to buy security. I wouldn't buy a fancy. Okay, I might get a Mustang. Okay, I would get myself a fancy GT 5.0 Mustang. It'd be probably the only egregious thing I ever buy in my life would be something like that. The rest of it would be like, okay, we're going to buy some funds over here, and in this country over here, and in this country over here, so I would have peace of mind. Because I'm going to live as long as I'm going to live. You know, whether I have $1 billion or $10,000, a bar getting killed, by a truck that jumps the curb, you're going to have the same amount of time. Just ask Steve Jobs. So if you really want a happy life, a productive life, which you seem to have a little bit more deep philosophical reservoir, you don't want to just collect a check, you want to be of service to humanity, well, you're going to find out that you don't need no damn money. Well, you do need some money, but money is not, how should you be living? Minimalistically. You get out to Florida, you know what I get in? I'd get into fishing just so you can enjoy quiet, peace, calm, and serenity. Get into salsa dancing. You don't need money. And dude, go to St. Petersburg, go to Clearwater, more Miami. Miami, you'll see it. You'll see a bunch of young dumbass kids. You'll see a bunch of old dumbass dudes pissing away their money on luxury cars and dumbass shit. Live minimalistically no matter how much money you make. And focus your time and efforts on other people. That's what I would do. Am I making the right decision by moving to Florida? Yes, you are. You are. It's just if you're having a good time now, maybe you don't have to. If you've already signed up for the program, yeah, you got to go now. And you are long-term making a decision. Because, dude, you're going to get... Did you like the cold? Do you like the traffic? Do you like the bullshit? Do you like the taxes? You're going to like Florida way more than New York in those regards. And again, I'm going to speculate the only thing you're really going to be sacrificing is the girls. 4, should I feel guilty for not having lots of that money saved since the age of 18? You should. Wait, that's lots of that money saved. Well, when did you start collecting your annuity? That's what I would ask. Like if you start collecting it at 18, yeah, you should be ashamed for having that. You gave me $3,000 a month without having to work. I wouldn't have that back at your age. What are some smarter things I could do with this money? Well, I just told you. Get rid of your high yield savings account, 2.25. That's not even inflation, for God's sake. Throw that at minimum to your credit card debt. Don't be buying yourself no $12,000 car. Here. Well, you read Bachelor Pad Economics. I talked a whole chapter about cars. Reread that chapter. So your credit card debt, I'm just going to assume, has higher interest. So pay that off, duh. Throw $2,000 more into your emergency fund. The remainder, go pay down your damn student loan. Smarter things you do with the money. Yeah, you don't have that much money, dumbass. You have debt. Avoiding that car would help out a lot. You should be able to live off of your income down there and not have to work while attending the dental hygiene program. Still get a job to go do something. I go work. Is the program in Tampa or is it in St. Pete? If it's in Tampa, I don't know where I'd recommend working. But St. Pete, there's this Whitman airport. It's a cool airport. I kind of like that place, like this hangar, and you could work as a waiter. Even though you're not a security guard, you won't be able to study. But no, you're doing the right thing. You're in pretty good shape. Just, come on, you don't need that much debt when you're making that much money on an annuity. And you're not going to need that car. All right, there you go. God, I'm a fucking genius. You guys should all drop $22, I think, on this book. Look how thick that is with brilliant genius, financial, economical wisdom, and you'll save yourself $200,000 for $22. All right, all links down below to things and the awesome stuff and podcasts and that. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.